Hello, welcome again, all of you past listeners to this next video, and welcome all new video listeners to our YouTube channel. We're grateful for the time that you take to listen to Dhamma, to deepen your wisdom of Dhamma, and especially your practice of meditation and mindfulness. We're in a series of talks about something called the 10 Bulls. It is important that you listen to them in order. They'll have the most benefit for you. So in the last video, we talked about looking for Dhamma, or looking for love, or looking for peace, harmony, joy in all the wrong places, and with all the wrong tools. So all the wrong places are anything in the world. And ultimately, the world is whatever you're thinking about in the present moment. That's the world that you're living in that moment. But in a more basic way, the world is what we perceive through our 5 senses, and then what we think or feel about what we perceive. So the first lesson was we have to withdraw our interest in the world outside, that we call the world outside our own body and consciousness, and look for the pure Dhamma and the promises that the Dhamma gives to us within ourselves. So today, the second step is called Discovering the Footprints. It says, along the riverbank, under the trees, I discover footprints. Even under the fragrant grass, I see his prints. Deep in remote mountains, they are found. These traces no more can be hidden than one's nose looking heavenward. So the Lord Buddha gives us a list of ideal locations for our meditation, and they're all out in nature. Every one of them, all 7, is somewhere in nature, on the top of a hill, at the base of a tree, on the side of a hill, etc. But on a day-to-day reality check, we can't do that. But another quote from the Lord Buddha is, leave the intersection, or what they call the crossroads. So in his day, let's just use a north and south road intersecting with an east and west road. And that was a common place for people to settle. Maybe there were small businesses there, a little community. That's what we'll call the social life of those people, the cultural life at that time. Now it's harder and harder to find small towns like that, little clusters that would be called a town. The message is we really have to withdraw our interest, our fascination, our captivation with what's going on in our social life, our city life, what's on the news, all of the attractions, what's for sale, what's the latest model of the phone or the watch, or what's the latest fashion, and all of the kinds of conversations that people engage in that don't really lead anywhere. It's more or less the sound of their own voice talking about things that do not increase our wisdom, our compassion, our love and kindness. So we cannot go to the forest every day. That's impractical. unless we're living in a monastery. So the way we withdraw is we withdraw our interest in the things that society tells us we should value. Then the comment, it's a very small print, so excuse me if I have trouble reading it. The comments are, understanding the teaching, I see the footprints of the bull. Then I learned that just as many utensils are made from one metal, so too are myriad entities made of the fabric of self. So another way we might think about that comment is the Dhamma can be found everywhere and in everything. And that as far as beings go, in Theravada Buddhism, the definition of beings is limited. It does not include plants and trees, etc., but everything in the animal world, the hell world, and the world of the angels and gods. The point is, as we begin to be sincere in our practice, we begin to see that this magical thing called Dhamma, this amazing thing, is actually just everywhere if we have eyes to see. So, I discriminate. How will I perceive the true from the untrue? Now, in Western vocabulary and Western culture, the word discriminate has a bad reputation. It means we're not being fair or just to something, some group or some race, religion, color, etc. We're discriminating. But in this case, the word discriminate is essential. We must learn to see the difference between what is Dhamma, what is helpful, and what is not. And if we can't discriminate between those two, we're bound to continue to be lost and the wandering lost in the world. Not yet having entered the gate. The gate is the first level of purification, liberation, the gate of the stream winner, of the Sotapan or the Satapani. Nevertheless, I have discerned the path. So this first step, the number one of the tenfold bulls, was looking in the wrong places, having heard about the path, become interested in it in some way, but not knowing how to proceed. Now, thanks to meditation and mindfulness practice, and perhaps the writer of this poem spent time in Mother Nature, and now he's taking the first step, or she's taking the first step on the path, the Eightfold Noble Path that leads to final and full liberation. Okay, that's the talk for the day. I'd like to invite listeners to contact me at any time if I can answer questions, help elucidate something that's not clear to you. And for any comments on how to improve, make the channel more interesting, more listenable to you, ways to make the Dhamma more present in your life. Okay, thank you. Hope to see you again.